want to be able to own the most expensive creatures in the game, the most powerful creatures in the game, well, let me tell you, I'm going to be showing you the best methods in grinding Mush so you could be able to own these creatures. There are going to be lots of different methods. Now, some of these might take lots of time but be the most rewarding, and some of these might be really easy but be really slow at making Mush. So it all depends on how much time you're willing to put in for getting this amount of Mush. But remember, you guys want to be having fun as well. You don't want to be wasting a bunch of time being bored, just wasting a lot of time not happy. Because, you know, games are for fun. You don't want to just be wasting that. You know, and especially if you're going to be playing this game and doing that, you want to be having fun. So make sure you choose a good method that you're happy with, and you will be good to go. Alright, let's move on to the first method. Alright, so the first method might be the most time consuming, but is one of those that doesn't really take much for you to do. And this is farming mutations. So when you're going to be farming for mutations, you're going to want an alt account, obvious. And you're going to want some good plushies. And the best plushie I know for now is the eggshell plushie. Now in the process of editing the video, I realized I didn't mean to say the eggshell plushie. Here's a screenshot of all the plushies and the plushie that gives you the mutation buff. Sorry about that, guys. Don't listen to that bit, as this is going to increase your chances of getting mutations. If you know any other plushies, make sure to comment down below if there are any better ones, but for now I only know the eggshell plushie. Also, when you're going to be nesting, you're going to want to watch out for double red traits. Now these will increase the price of your creatures so much, you won't even believe how much. Getting these double red traits are going to be your top priority, because when you see how much the price increases, you're going to be amazed. Alright, it's going to be 10 times better than just having a normal mutated creature with no double red traits, and then having a double red trait creature that has all these crazy mutations. People pay crazy amounts of Mush for this. Another good thing to keep in mind is how rare the creature is. See, now having a more rare creature will increase your rate of selling them, since obviously people won't want to play a common creature that they have versus a creature that is super rare. I mean, I know I would want to choose a super rare creature over a creature that I could just get from a gacha. So make sure you're using rare creatures so that people buy them more often. Alright, now with that being said, let's move on to the second method. Alright, so for the second method, you're gonna need to be super fast, because you're gonna be selling creatures when they're hyped. Now, for example, this firework event, this new creature, Sindrotar, something like that. It's too late now, but for example, you would have to be the first one on and grind that creature as fast as possible so you could sell it for way overpriced, because it's so hyped and people just want to have it straight away. So essentially, what you're gonna wanna do is just wait for every week for the update to come out, which you're guaranteed to have, because Witches of Sonaria tells you they're gonna update every week, which is amazing from them. And you're gonna wanna just farm those event creatures or those new creatures as fast as you can to get them and sell them straight away. Just sell them maybe 10% more than what they would actually cost. Or let's say, for example, something costs 5k and you know that, and it just came out and you want to sell it for 10k, you know, just double the price, and someone might buy it because they think it's a new creature and it's got to be expensive, you know. So basically, you're gonna be getting the creatures as fast as possible when they're hyped and selling them. Next method is gonna be all about death tokens. As you can see here, once you get 1,200 points, you get a death token. Now, a death token you could sell for like 4,000 to 6,000 Mush, just pretty good. But you gotta get these points somehow. I'm gonna tell you how to get these points the best way possible. So you get these points by completing regional missions. Now, to do these missions most efficiently, you're gonna need a creature with a burrow. I'm gonna be using Bizu because I've been using him for the whole video. And you're gonna wanna place these burrows around the map so you don't have to fly around everywhere to go to every single regional mission. Now, when you're doing these regional missions, you might find that your hunger and thirst isn't going down fast enough for you to do all of these missions. So if you don't mind flying around everywhere, I'm gonna show you how you can drain your hunger and thirst much faster so you can constantly do these missions. You're gonna wanna use this creature, and if you can't or you don't have it, you're gonna wanna go over to shop and try it. It's only 250 Mush. If you don't have 250 Mush, just play the game for a bit, survive, and you should get this Mush in no time. It should be pretty quick. Now, when you're playing as this creature, you can see that I do not have the ability. Alright, once you grow the creature enough, you can see that you got this snow shield ability. Now this, when you use it, it's gonna be draining your thirst and hunger by a lot. As you can see here, my hunger and thirst is being depleted by 66.7%. So once you did this, you just want to leave it there and go around and do the missions. If you ever have to, you can always just place it again if it despawns or disappears. And now you can constantly keep doing these missions and gathering up a bunch of points, because your hunger and thirst will be draining really quickly. Now for this next method, you're gonna need some experience. You're gonna need to trade some creatures. Now this method is very useful since a lot of people just wanna get rid of their creatures quickly, and this might make them sell their creature for really cheap, maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 less mush than it would actually cost. So you want to look out for these people or these prices to make sure you could make the most profit possible. Now once you acquire a creature, or you bought it for cheaper, you want to go around and just look for people that want the creature. A keyword there, want. You want to look for people that really want the creature, because those are the people that are going to be paying an extra 5,000 mush for something that doesn't cost that much. So these are the people that you're going to be looking for. Now this might take some time, so you have to have a lot of patience when doing these trades, because not everyone is going to be out here just trying to sell something really quickly or buy something really quickly, but most of the time they might be, so you never know. But if you do find the people, you will be making lots of mush from this method. So basically what you guys are going to be doing is buying the creatures cheap from people that want to get rid of them quickly, and then selling them to people that really want them and will be overpaying for them. So for example, if someone is selling an X-Terraria and we know that it costs 3,000 mush and they're selling it for 2,500 or 2,000, they're like, oh, I want to sell it really quickly. So you go up to them, you quickly trade with them, you give them the mush, and then you go around searching for people. You say you're trading X-Terraria and you see, oh, this person really wants X-Terraria for some reason. And then you see, okay, here you go. And he offers you 4,000 or maybe even 5,000 because he can't find it anywhere. And you're the only person that he could find that was selling X-Terraria. So he's going to be paying a lot more mush for that X-Terraria because he can't find it anywhere, which probably means that person will probably end up overpaying for that creature because of how much they want it, which leaves you with way more mush, and you can then buy your favorite creatures. Moving on to the final method for making mush. This one is probably my favorite one out of all of them. But before I tell you guys, let me know if you guys made it this far. Comment down below which method you're going to be using and which one is your favorite and how much mush you guys make from these methods. Without further ado, this method could probably make you the most mush since you're selling tokens. Now, if you look at this person right here, you can see they're selling revive tokens for pretty expensive, but I already know that he bought those tokens for cheap, or he grinded those tokens with rolling lots of gachas and then selling them for tickets and then buying them to then sell them for expensive and get 40% profit. This method is really good because you could make millions of mush. As you can see on the screen here, I got a screenshot of someone that I saw the other day that was selling loads of different types of tokens, and look how much he made. Also, if you advertise these tokens to content creators such as myself or others, most likely versus content creators, because they need a lot of these tokens to grow their creatures or revive them for different battles, you might have a higher chance in selling more. Now, if you don't even want to grind for the tokens, all you really have to do is just play the game and log in. If you look over here, I have 6 login tokens, so every day you log in you get 1 token, and you can see here I can buy a bunch of different types of tokens, and then after a while you just start stacking up a bunch of these tokens before you even know it, and then you can just go into trade realm, get a stand and just AFK there and sell them for really expensive and just wait for the mush to flow in. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments which method works best for you, and make sure to comment any other methods. Maybe I missed out some and I could make a part 2 of this video if you guys want me to. But with that all, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.